He's a fascist.
I don't care about that at all. Not at all.
Because?
January 6th was not good.
Wait, why don't you care about that at all?
Because they've been saying that about Trump for years. They've been saying that about Republican candidates for years. It has like a long storied history. If you are at all center or center right, you are used to having your candidate of choice completely demonized, whether it's the F word, the R word, the misogynist word. They tried to tell us Mitt Romney was a raging sexist because of binders full of women. They tried to tell us John McCain.
The long-awaited podcast finally happened. Like you have seen here, the question if Kamala will be part of this is going on social media. I don't know if you've seen this. First, take a look at this clip.
Kamala Harris. Before we move on to other issues, it's looking increasingly likely that Kamala Harris is going to appear on Joe Rogan's program, on his podcast, whose audience is massive. If you were advising her, would you recommend that she be a guest on the Joe Rogan Experience?
No, I would not. She has ducked all of the difficult interviews that she could have done. The fact that the Democrats are currently putting her out there is actually a sign that she's not doing well, or she's not doing as well as she should be doing in the polls. The Democrat plan has been hide Kamala from the cameras to any extent that you can. And specifically don't get her onto anything where there could be details expected. You can get her on The View. You can get her on a couple of other just sort of puff pieces. You can get her on the cover of Vogue.
Yes, this is as foreign media. Like you can see here, Sky News Australia. This guy is right. When I look at the types of interview Kamala is having, only on some kind of networks that you really don't expect anything high. When things like what I saw on CNN, like the town hall, a little bit of hard question came up. Libra's murder on social media, they had to attack CNN. Now, this guy had this question on MNBC, if Kamala will be part of this interview. His response clearly tells you what exactly a lot of people are thinking. They are now attributing like scheduling time was a problem, so they decided to back out. Nobody is buying that.
Can I ask you about Rogan? Was there a Rogan invite to the vice president that was turned down? Is it something you would consider doing, given the size of that audience, and given that a lot of the folks that Trump seems to be targeting might be listening to that?
Well, yeah, I think that the vice president's happy to go anywhere and any place to talk to a broad segment of the country. We talked with Rogan and his team about the podcast. Unfortunately, it isn't going to work out right now because of the scheduling of this period of the campaign.
Yes, the past few days is insane. I've seen a lot of celebrities coming out to endorse Kamala, especially Hollywood. When you take a look at this tweet, Leonardo attacks Trump over his views on climate. Donald Trump continued to deny the fact. He continued to deny the science. He withdrew United States from the Paris Climate Accord and rolled back critical environmental protections. Now he promised the oil and gas industry that he will get rid of any regulation they want in exchange for $1 billion donations. Okay. This is his reason. He put out this video. When you take a look at this guy, there is something that runs through my mind. First, take a look at this.
Earlier this month, Hurricanes Helene and Milton devastated parts of Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. Families lost homes, livelihoods, and loved ones to some of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes ever recorded. These storms have done an estimated $100 billion in damage, and make no mistake, these unnatural disasters were caused by climate change. Donald Trump continues to deny the facts. He continues to deny the science. He withdrew the United States from the Paris Climate Accords and rolled back critical environmental protections. Now he's promised the oil and gas industry that he'll get rid of any regulation they want in exchange for $1 billion donation. Climate change is killing the earth and ruining our economy. We need a bold step forward to save our economy, our planet, and ourselves. That's why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. She helped lead the most significant climate action in U.S. history, including passing the Inflation Reduction Act. Under her leadership, we set ambitious targets for achieving net zero emissions by 2050 and building a green economy that not only creates jobs, but also helps save our planet. So check your registration at iwillvote.com and join me in voting for Kamala Harris on November 5th, because we cannot afford to go backwards.
Cry like a baby.
One thing these celebrities fail to understand is the fact that a lot of people don't even listen to them again. They don't look at, what is happening. At least this one is having his own reasons, but at the same time, he has a private jet. I don't get the point. If you really want to fight this, you should not own things like this. Yeah, you should not. In fact, I don't want to go into that. You understand exactly how they always do, sometimes putting out these kind of videos, at the same time breaking some of the laws. I appreciate him that he's not coming to tell me, oh, I'm endorsing Kamala because she's a woman. I want the first woman president, or because of abortion, things like that. His reason is actually different, but it's not a sufficient text for him to do that. I don't have a problem with someone taking a decision to endorse any person. Like I saw Libras melting down recently. I think I did a video when Washington Post refused to endorse any candidate. They had to melt down on social media like never before.
Don't forget to recycle. Vote Kamala. Yes. Cry like a baby. Because I just voted. And it's crazy because you literally, after you vote, that's where it becomes not my will, but yours be done. And it's crazy because you really have to trust that God is on the throne. So I fought, I campaigned, I influenced according to my beliefs and my convictions. And I stood. And I stood my ground. I stood my ground. And I'm standing my ground. And so after I've done all that I can as an American citizen, I have to constantly say, Lord, not my will, but yours be done. American. So yeah, guys, go vote. Go do what you can for America. Fight for your country.
You're calling yourself...
Well, this is the problem.
Homes Enterprise. If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward. Seen before.
I don't care if they write that.
That this is happening.
She's very close to Trump. She's 30.
A financial Republican.
Hang on, Tim Walz.
Look at what Democrats are experiencing.
And sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa.
Whoopi, you always say you don't believe in polls.
Throw a birthday party for Diddy.
Hey, you're calling yourself...
Well, this is the problem.
If you are over 18, please register to vote.
Am I right to say there's a new